Hello everyone, yes, welcome. We are here for some Broken Arrow PTE today. So you guys can ask me all you want to know about it, and I will be able to let you know what's going on with the PTE. Major changes include changes to ASF, so they've made it so that air superiority fighters are more useful now. I think AA is shorter range in general, long range radar AA is shorter range in general, so that anti-air planes don't get shot down as easily. But they're still adjusting the the balance and stuff of that. But yeah, they want to make aircraft more useful, or specifically air superiority fighters more useful. And then that whole relationship with AA, and they've also increased the damage on standoff infantry and stuff to kind of I guess they're trying to make it so that the infantry combat is a bit more engaging, but so that strong close range infantry really work well at close range, while standoff infantry can really catch out stuff at long range if they're in the open. What does PTE stand for? Currently private test environment, but it will be a public test environment eventually. Yeah, that's what it stands for. So the PTE is currently a private testing environment where they are setting up a bunch of changes that are going to potentially come to Broken Arrow in the future, but it's all testing at the moment. So we're a lot of this stuff is subject to change, right? That's important to note. Yeah. I'll try and get a bit more specific on this as we go. I'll remember things more as we continue playing. There is a massive patch note list of stuff that's changed in the past, but things have been reverted, things have been changed, so I'm not entirely sure exactly where we're at with a lot of things right now. A lot of price changes in general, just to rebalance stuff. I'm sure a lot of my decks will be pretty messed up. Yeah, like this one for example. A lot of my stuff is missing. This price changes. Seems in general actually, nothing is actually missing from this deck. It's just I have more points, so everything got cheaper. It's kind of interesting. Helicopters are much better now, for sure. How do I fit an extra 100 odd points in this deck? Oh, I know why. So they've limited the availability of the snipers, they've limited availability of some other things, you'd see Ognemachiki are capped at 3, HGMs are capped at 2, snipers are capped at 2, so that's one reason why it's all gone a lot cheaper. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. I'll just add some BMP throws. They cap cornets too. Well, a lot of divisions do have more than, a lot of specialization combinations have more than one available, right? So I assume it's just to kind of limit the power of them. That being said, yeah, it's probably more exactly trying to prevent annoyance. I think a lot of the changes are to make the game more appealing to like newer players as well as like veteran players. You're being slammed by HMs in escalation. Yeah. Maybe. Can we see? There's now a sneak ability that's been added to the game at the moment. It's been moved around a lot, but at the moment it's on the snipers. So basically, you maintain your 3 stealth while moving, but you move really slow. So it's like you're kind of like think all gillied up, crawling through the grass in between all of the BMPs and stuff in Call of Duty 4. That's basically what it is in Broken Arrow. It's a toggleable ability, yes. Again, subject to change. Everything here today is subject to change. That is probably the most important thing to note, because things will change. It's pretty cool. No, I think they're always throw stealth. Because snipers are 3 stealth anyway, right? But what I will say is on the on like the airfield maps, you're going to be able to like move up the airfield whilst remaining in 3 stealth. Sorry, it'd be 6 stealth, sorry. This is, oh, here, 2.5 stealth, yeah, never mind. Yeah, so, sorry, my bad. Yeah, so it is 2.5 stealth. Yeah, but you get the cover bonus, so it'll be like 5 stealth, right? Doesn't matter how many men it is, snipers always have the same. But, yeah, it maintains cover bonus, so they have 5 stealth while sneaking, yeah. Because stealth is doubled while you're in cover. Is it also wrong? What is it at the moment? Nathan, what did they change it to, please? Save me. What is it now? Because there's so much to read through here, I'm trying to catch up. I don't get much time to play on the PTE because most of the time people are playing games while I'm having dinner and stuff, so. So sneak is 3 in the open, and then stealth is doubled as normal in cover. Okay. Nathan, you can help me clarify things today. What does the clock mean? That's time till they return to the deck. So that's like the death timer. But if your sniper dies, you don't get another one for 7 minutes. We're on the PTE today, Carl. How does Simon get access to the PTA? I got him in. I got Andy in as well, as they were 2 of the most people who played. I could only get a couple people in. Might be able to get some more in, I'll ask. maybe we can get some more people in. It'd be good, because then we can set up like our own teams and stuff. It'd be cool. Any schedule for it? Yeah, I'll see. There are obviously other people who I would like to get involved in the PTE, but Andy's played with me for so much since the game came out, so he was an obvious candidate. And Simon was literally asking about it, so I was like, oh, well, I'll just invite Simon as well as a second person. Show these junior streamers how it works. So fighters, yeah, are better now because they have more fuel. So you can see that the CR-35 can hover for 3 minutes now. Oh, sorry, 6 minutes. What am I talking about? Is it 6 minutes? Yeah. 6 minutes. That's with a fuel tank. Also, Afterburn uses less fuel now, so that's another thing to point out. There's been a lot of changes, so as I remember them, I'll talk about them. But there's a lot of stuff to bear in mind. Like ground support aircraft are generally better now. Helicopters, I think, aim faster with their HGMs. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I think unless that's been changed again, I don't know. I don't think generally they're okay. Oh yeah, auto fire, that's another one. Yeah, so mortars can auto fire like they do in Warno if you put them on fire at will. So that's another thing to bear in mind. You have to select them and make them auto fire. You can't. It's not like they automatically auto fire. You have to like select them to auto fire. But when they do auto fire, they don't just like waste shots. They focus groups of enemies. It's only mortar. I think it's only 81mm mortars at the moment. Not 120mm. I think it's only 81mm. But that does include the vessel lock, so. Some of the loadouts of different weapons have been changed as well. I don't know if it's still the case. Was it airborne? I think the Brutus had its loadout changed for a bit. Yeah, it doesn't have smoke loadout anymore. It just has guided rounds and extended range rounds. The guided rounds is 250 points now, so it's quite expensive. And then extended normal rounds, same range, but 100 points. Yeah, there's some really like nasty changes to artillery. Like artillery in general is very expensive now. Like Panzerhaubitze, 300 points. Let's have a look at like the let me just go in the arsenal, it'll be easier to find it. The Iron Thunder, 310 points. Yeah, there's a lot of heavy nerfs to artillery because they want like frontline gameplay to be more important than just like spam-a-lamming. Rocket artillery takes way longer to reload in this build, I think. So like M270s. I think take a long time to reload. And they're probably more expensive on supply. Aim time's longer. This is beta. Full PT, I'm just gonna put in brackets what it's called. Public. I guess it's technically private test environment. It will soon be public. Notice the Su-35 and ES2 capacity. Did they lower it for American planes now? You mean like the loadout? Yeah, 35. What do you mean? Oh yeah, so some of the availability of planes has been changed, yeah. Yeah, a lot of availability, there is a ton of availability changes. Oh. You ready, Andy? Just going over those. There isn't like, I don't know if there's like a full proper list I can show you that's not just like a list, like there's like paragraphs of shit to go through. But yeah, we can kind of keep going through the changes as we play the game. Like HGMs in general are less available, and they also cost more to resupply now, so there's that as well. Yeah, there's a lot of changes, and a lot of stuff has been changed from the changes, so it's very difficult to keep track of everything. But yeah, when I do a video about it, which I will, I will make a more like comprehensive list of things so that people have an idea of what to expect. But as I've mentioned already, subject to change. Yeah, this is DAM. It has been changed in orientation for now. I don't know if it's going to stay this way. Subject to change is the name of the game. Oh, attacking up this hill though. No, that's not fair. Oh yeah, tanks is a good one, Yuacha. Tanks are now more powerful against other tanks in that, like, frontal penetration is higher in general now. And aim time is also faster on tank guns. So, like, knife fighting with tanks is a lot more responsive than it used to be. I'm not sure how it's going to go in terms of like, I'm trying to think of the word, like, like with desync and stuff, like how that's going to feel. Whether or not desync is going to even be a problem with this build, right? When this build comes out, it's kind of hard to tell when you're playing with like creators mostly, but. And he's coming out with a 2 below 22 at the start of the game. Nice. The big changes to planes. ASF is just better now than it used to be. In that it's like more available. And it can hang around. Well, it's not more available. It can hang around for longer now. There's also 2 air spawns on this map. Just noticed. Kinda wild. It's just a carnage. What the fuck? The other thing that happens is, as you can see, because the Kamaz was panicked when they unloaded, the infantry is also now panicked, so that's another change. Yes, it's like a normal game, guys. Don't worry about it. Casual triple team. Some things never change. Dorinko, thanks for the follow. Welcome. These PTE changed. Read like tank spam and dead A in it, sadly. Tank? I don't know about tank spam. I feel like cheap tanks might be more spammable, maybe. But infantry AT is still just as deadly. So I don't think you can necessarily get away with it like that easily without feeding. Solid first shot there from the Cessna. Come on, bro. Yeah, trust me, tank spam's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, so things like A10s are much better than they used to be now, because AA is like, I think, shorter against lower altitude aircraft. So yeah, I think A10s, Harriers, these kinds of things will be better now than they used to be. Man, I can't make any ground video to be honest. What the fuck? What is expected of me? 225 with Vickers is brutal, yeah, it will be. There's another A10 coming. But ASF is a lot stronger now, so that's nice. Let me just get some more boys out. I need to get do some of these. My ASF missed, yeah, it's wild, isn't it? It has missed, but yeah, it's pretty nice now, for sure. Air to air seems to work a lot more effectively now, for sure. Getting my boys over here is going to be kind of important. Capping this back, we're going to have to do like some sort of like douche here. Like using trucks like this to deliver your infantry is kind of risky now, because you, as I mentioned before, if your transport dies while your infantry is inside, they get panicked immediately. And they also take damage. So you do get penalized for that. You're just like suiciding infantry. Man, I got like 2-to-1 KD here. But we haven't managed to cap this yet. It's a bit awkward. We'll get there. Smoke still 90 seconds. I think smoke is 60 seconds in this build. Possibly. Not 100% on that. Artillery smoke, that is. We do need to bring up an empty. Okay, so maybe we don't take damage, but we definitely get panicked. Doesn't help. I only have one dish here. As you might notice, like tanks are aiming a lot faster than they used to. Oh yeah, there's also a new game mode. Yeah, that's a good point. That's another one that we need to point out. Yeah, there's a new game mode. So when you're capturing points, it's like a ticker. rather than whoever captures at the end. So if we now hold more than they do, it ticks in our favor, or like removes their points, and then we'll start ticking in our favor. So it's less of a rush for the end of a phase, it's more like you need to control the points during your phase. Otherwise you will be too far behind to make it back by the end of the phase. Like Co, no, it's not a tick down, it's not like Warno, it's not like Co. It's like a seesaw. You're not building up, you're not taking them away, it's both. Will this be a ranked mode? Yes. This will replace the current game mode if it releases like this. Yeah, that's the intention. It won't be a separate game mode, it will be the game mode. So yeah, that's an important one to point out as well, so thank you. Thank you. Yeah, for asking that question. Yeah, so basically, since we're ahead on points overall, the Conquest points now tick in our favor. That wasn't ideal. And obviously, kills and losses is still the same as it was before. Only logic behind holding points, yeah, it is kind of like that. It's nice to have a reason to like contest the point during the game, for sure. Air seems useless against planes unless it's a super long range missile. So short range missiles in general are, I think, less range than they were before. Let me just bring in the Panzer, have a look. Because this used to be like, what, 3,100 or something? So now that would be like, I don't know, 2,900 or something. I'm currently just kind of taking it easy because I don't want to like push too hard here. I mean, we're already 6 war goals ahead. Oh yeah, we can show off the sneak ability. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So like, for example, my sniper here. Let me move myself out of the way. On the right, there's a sneak ability, and if you turn it on, they will crawl around the place, and they'll maintain their cover bonus, but they move really slow. And by cover bonus, I mean when you're stealthed, or like when you're in cover, you have double the stealth as you normally would. So in this case, a sniper has 2.5 stealth, and in cover they have 5 stealth. And as long as sneak is turned on, they maintain that 5 stealth. Like I said, it's all gillied up. It's going to be really good on airfield maps, but it is very slow, like it makes units very slow. You're really going to have to double check for snipers in the middle of airfields now. I mean, means snipers are invisible now? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it, personally. I'm not sure if it's a good change. I think it should be a timed ability again. A long timed ability, maybe like it lasts a minute or something, but it shouldn't be something that lasts forever. I feel like it should be like, have a minute cooldown, and then it requires like another minute for it to be ready again. They did reduce the stealth on snipers, yeah, from 3 to 2.5. Oh, right, yeah, sorry. It doesn't double... We just figured this out earlier. Yeah, sorry, it doesn't double for the sneak. The sneak is actually only 3. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, correct. Yeah, it only goes... It goes to 3 stealth. Yeah, my pants is still unable to hit anything, so that's normal. As you can see, nothing's changed there. I'll just bomber this. On fire.
Bang on!
Oh, I did nothing. At least he's been doing a little bit of damage to the lab. Ali Valley, thanks for the 13-month tier 1, appreciate it. Let's get some more tanks and stuff in. I might be getting some 80 gems actually. What about server verification? Like changes to desync stuff? I'm not sure if we're privy to that in this. This is the PTE is more about balance and gameplay changes as opposed to technical changes. Crikey. That was a lot of stuff in that one. How fast the SVDs are firing, that's gross. Cafe is still a scary beast. broken was OP. I don't know if they're really like OP in this build, but oh boy, still strong. I think they've reduced the damage of the Miklik and the Meteorite, so why they wouldn't change it on these either, but we'll see. Great way to further cheating suspicions with still no replays of the stealth mechanic on the snipers. Yeah. Yes, but as I mentioned, and a correction for what I said earlier, sneak is 3 stealth when not in cover, not 5. PTE stands for private testing environment at the moment. It will be public at some point. Apparently the PTE changelog is on Reddit is not correct. Or at least some things have been changed or reverted. Yeah, it would be called the PT when it goes public, because it would be the public testing environment. I mean, it's technically the same when it's private, because it would be private testing environment, still PT, right? So. Oh yeah, true actually. The TOS has a really long reload time now. So whilst it's still strong, you can only use it like 3 times a game. Actually, I guess technically 2 times fully a game. Because unless you bring it at the start of the game and fire it immediately, you're only going to get 2 shots out of it. And here comes the Su-25. And that one died for no reason. Bomba. So you see here, like low altitude range for AA is like really, really short now. So ASF is like so important. What do I feel about the flare increase? Yeah, it's okay. It's gonna help like new players out for sure. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't think it's gonna make like a... It's gonna make a difference in some cases, but I guess like AA is just gonna be like more RNG. But I think in theory it's supposed to be more consistent, in a sense that like if a flare stops your missile from hitting the plane, the missile will still blow up nearby, but won't kill in one shot, for example, right? Oh, that's another point to note, is no missile can one-shot anymore. No AA can one-shot, so the Ante, 19 damage. I think it used to be like 21 or 22, something like that. You have to hit twice. Again, bear in mind everything is subject to change. When this goes live to everybody, I'm sure they'll do like surveys or something to try and figure out what people would like and dislike. I think like one-shotting planes is always very satisfying, right? But it is something that can be frustrating if it happens to you and not the enemy. So I can kind of understand it. Also, it kind of incentivizes people to use things like the pack too, and the ante or the S350, whatever, over other AA, because, you know, other long-range radar AA is always going to be subpar because it doesn't have the ability to one-shot stuff. So I think that is kind of the theory behind it. You'll also notice how quickly the ante fired there. It changed that. Even if it did miss both of its missiles. F-35 is even more on AA now. So the difficulty with using an F-35 now is they're incredibly risky, because if they die, it takes forever for them to come back. Like, you see the death timer on the Su-34 is 12 minutes and 28 seconds. If the F-35 dies, which it will, because people are using a lot more air superiority fighters, you won't have it for a very long time. The only thing it is, it's kind of sad when you watch an ante hit a prowler now, like I did there, like square in the face, and it does a one shot. It's going to feel bad for a while for a lot of people. The change for dead and RTB. RTB time is shorter. Like, let me just bring this out and we'll have a look. It's different for ASF actually, so that doesn't really help. Can you show us the toss reload? I don't have the toss in this deck. This isn't a guards deck. This is VDB mechanized. But it is a long time. Yeah, sure. How much is Tornado now? We'll look at that as well. The Tornado, all MRS, takes way longer to reload now than it used to. How are we doing? Not very well. Okay. I didn't think I was doing that bad. I know I'm trying to like explain everything as I go, but I'm not really paying attention much. But apparently I'm not doing very well this game. 9-minute cooldown for Brawler sounds like good planes are only usable once or twice a game. In theory, yeah. Is Russia back now? I don't know. I don't know. His reload forever change is not a fan. Yeah, me neither, to be honest. The difficulty I find is like thinking about the game from a everyday player point of view. I think people are really going to struggle with the fact that they can only use their aircraft like twice a game. Like if they get shot down. Like this, I think a lot of people are going to hate that. It's just going to be like very unfun. Lance is actually fully out of it. Oh, another thing to note is that all carriers, or like APCs, have supply now. So if you put an infantry inside like a BMP, so for example this VDB Spetsnaz, if I go and like pick up this Spetsnaz with the BMP, it will heal the VDB Spetsnaz. They only have a little bit, but you can replenish it by going near a supply. So let me just to show you how this works. So VDB Spetsnaz jumps in the BMP, it's going to start using up the supply. And the VDB Spetsnaz, which is down here, you'll see is regaining health slowly. And it's using up the resupply that is available. Now you can also now resupply infantry with a supply dump while they're inside. You'll see that's going to resupply the BMP's supply, and it's also going to keep supplying the infantry inside. Can you drop that supply? I actually don't know, I don't think so. I don't think you can drop it. But now that VDB Spetsnaz is up to full strength again. So APCs kind of work like Cassavac. So like, oh, this Ognamachikis ran out of... I'm going to move myself even further over. The Ognamachiki ran out of napalm rounds. So now he can jump in here and he's going to rearm, and now we will have rounds for our napalm again. Yeah, so basically there's like enough in there to... It's like 250 supply or something like that. It's not much in a BMP. You'll notice here, like the Typhoon VDV as well has like 400 in it, so it's quite a significant amount more. And helos are the same as before, where they kind of carry... I would show you, but they carry, you know, supply and drop supply, right? Infantry, I loaded in a Logi. I mean, we can try it. You like the new build? Watch another stream and personally find the PTE way better than current vanilla balance. I do think that the PTE is overall much better than live for balance. Yeah, I actually agree with that. There are things that I don't like about the PTE. Like, for example, removing one-shots from AA. It's very satisfying. It's one of those things that I think people will miss. I think not being able to use your aircraft as much is going to be a divisive thing for everyone. Yeah. But I think it also tells you like how many shots are fired now on the salvos as well. So if I say get a DAS lockout, I think it tells me how many it will fire. Yeah, so it would be like 4 salvo, 8 salvo, or 12 salvo. Depending on which, like it tells you how many rounds will be fired. So that's another thing. Oh, why is it firing there? What the hell? The friendly fire. Oops. Don't mind me. You can have the supply. I'll leave that as a sorry message. Whoops. It's funny. Does the RT change mode per unit, or is it still global? RT change mode per unit. Let me just check, I guess. I think it's per unit, looks like. Because normally that would set that to short duration as well, right? And that would be long duration, so... I should probably start trying to play the game properly, because at the moment things ain't looking too hot. Let's see if we can just beat him back again. Leningrad 2. Yeah, it shows how many number of rounds. Yeah, there's so many things. Like, what I'll do at some point is I'll collate like a proper list of things, and I'll make a video about it. Trying to think if there's anything else I haven't touched on so far. Maybe too many changes at once. It is a lot of changes. I'm a bit worried about that too. There aren't any new units, no. You get that video finished in the next 8 minutes? Why is that? Because I want to watch it. Okay. Oh yeah, the auto fire. Yeah, we can show off the auto fire on the bus. Like, where did I put it? Where's it? So here's auto fire. I will actually need to get into range for it to work. But I can put it on like the bank of the river here, and we can just get it firing away. Now we're gonna get on the point to get back some of these conquest points. You'll see that it's capped at well, we took a lot of damage there. It's capped at 2,000, so you have a bit of a chance to come back, for sure. Helicopters are way better than they used to be. That's another thing to note. Because they aim a lot faster than they used to. Do I have an example? I guess I can bring up the M28. My pantsers still hit like a wet flannel, so that's good to know. Zoom out, see the whole map. This is the whole map. It's not very big. It's just dam that's been turned sideways. Alright, here goes the auto fire. So I think it's auto firing the cafe right now. I mean, it's going to be kind of annoying in a way. Look how fast that fires. Yeah, I can like pop up and then launch a missile and drop back down again. Those helis are going to be pretty nasty. Oh, I used up all my supply now. So I got blown up. I got blown. Does the mortar fire have a set area? Anything within range, I guess. And then it will also focus down like units if there's like a certain number of units in a position. I'm gonna go get one of these. We're gonna do my dish combos and take this back. Looks like we'll probably lose. Just pick out that. Although my M24 there was like trying not to overcut. Anyway, in order to get the most out of your artillery, you do still want to manually use it. Auto fire is not like as OP as it sounds. Capturing this in the last minute doesn't really help us, right? Because they've held it the entire phase. Like, unless we capture like loads all at once, it's not gonna really work in our favor. Let's just see if we can help finish things off. And if we get more kills, we should actually be right here. Oh, I just won. Hello. You went positive in the end. But obviously trying to explain everything while we were playing wasn't exactly helpful. You got the last kill, Wilgar, the last second? Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? But yeah, the MO28 now, really strong. Tanks in general are like more fun to use, I think, than they used to be. But you can see that like infantry AT is still a problem, right? That was the Lemur on the MO28. Play opposite me, Blitz 4 and Duro. Well, they both went negative, so I wasn't too worried about it. Our boy Simon is top on the enemy team. Hell yeah. Type double and changes you mentioned. Oh yeah, go for it, man. That would be really helpful. And the most they'll shoot infantry? Yeah, I think so. Moonman, the other guy, try harder so much at the beginning, I had to lock in. I was just like, I got to the point where we were like really ahead, and I just completely took my foot off the pedal in order to like explain stuff to people. Because we were getting too far ahead, and then into phase 3, I was like, oh yeah, things aren't looking too hot. Can anyone join the PTE? No, not at the moment. How do I like the change in damage? I feel like infantry and tanks and IFE deal more damage and are more deadly, and I like it. So let me just make sure I'm not missing a lobby here. Switch sides, and I'll jump into the armory. I don't know if... What I will say is I think you get punished more for being in the open. Is this like the lobby bug that people are talking about? I'm gonna just restart it. New game, everyone. Every IFB is Soraka now. Why am I downloading content? There's been a patch on the PTE. I'm downloading 7 gigs. I had to change the key. What do you mean? Thankfully, I got my internet back up to normal speed. You know how, like the other day, I was like, oh, I have 1 gigabit per second. And then it was like downloading at 100 meg, and I was thinking, oh, that's a gig, but it's not, right? I just realized my cable was fucked. So I ended up getting a new cable, and I finally have good internet again, so that's nice. Zoom. Finish seemed pretty big in the PTE. So do you like him so far? Game is going in the right direction. I think it is going in the right direction, yes. But I don't know if okay, one, I'm worried about there being too many changes at once, and two, I'm worried that it's going to be like anti-fun. Like it's so much about balancing the game that they got to be really careful they don't take the fun out of the game. Because there is something very fun about bombing your opponent into oblivion, like, and especially at like lower elo. I'm sure people love doing that. People love spamming their rockets and spamming their artillery and stuff like that, right? People love it. It's really fun. But if you start balancing the game where you can only use a rocket strike like 2 times a game, like people are gonna get a bit miffed off about that. 1 gigabyte per second is insane. I used to download 800 kilobytes 3 years ago until we got perfect cable. Yeah, it is nuts. It's, when I moved my house, I made sure that I could have gigabit internet in my new house before I moved. That was like the most important thing. In the Discord channel, tag you. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna actually put this in my own notepad as well, because there is some stuff that I mentioned pre-game, like availability of infantry being reduced. Like snipers are only 2 per card, or snipers and HGMs. Yeah, I should have done this myself like a long time ago, but I really do appreciate you guys doing that. Did you? Oh, you did. Did you do that? Well, you did like the sneak ability. Every player should be playable. Yeah, exactly. Oh wait, why am I in the normal build? What? Oh. Oh. Do I need to put in the key again, Nathan? Yeah, it re-downloaded normal build. You gotta talk to Benji. Hello?
Hello.
You
Hello.
okay? Can you guys, let me just, yeah, everyone can hear you.
So there will be a new key sent to you soon. You just have to wait.
Cool.
It's a news center.
They already let go of it.
Yeah, I saw it
Okay.
there.
Nice, nice.
Alright. Zoom on the internet again.
Mine's downloaded.
No, so there's not a new key for every match. I think it just got leaked, so they changed it. As far as I know.
Redownload the branch.
Океан,
Да?
у нас тут интересно.
I got pushed to talk on now, so I can talk to you guys freely. It shouldn't take too long. We'll be back in. Okay, what was I saying? Dragonair has Tomcats? No. No, this is a Warno background. It will have... I'm pretty sure Broken Arrow will have it at some point. They said how long the PTE will be public. Would be concerned about splitting the player base? Oh yeah, absolutely. Alright, back in we go. So I wanted to have a look at the tornado reload time. Limited to 2 weeks. I don't know how they're going to do it. I hope it's limited, but we'll see. It would be good if they did like 2 weeks feedback survey, 2 weeks feedback survey kind of thing, right? It depends how much iteration they want. Alright, so resupply time 40 seconds per shot. So that's what, 480 seconds? How many minutes is that? It's like 5 minutes? Is that right? No, 4 minutes. 5 minutes, 6 minutes. No, what? 300 seconds is 5 minutes. It's actually way longer than that. It's like 7 minutes. 8 minutes. Got there at the end. Math aside. I am too, yeah. Ben and team can play against me and my boys. I'm in Sanctus at the moment, I think. Yeah, why not? I ain't no pussy.
But it's me,
Make the
Ben,
lobby.
Joel, and Wolf against. Wait, give me one more then. Either Icon or Duro.
Actually, let me just. Yeah, actually, I'll just make a separate lobby and then we can log in.
Okay, we going like this, but we are having some
Oh, yeah,
limitation rules.
I'm not
Maybe I'll
allowed to
teach
use
you
hotkeys.
handicap, yeah.
Ben,
Oh, you're role
Ben-
playing me?
Ben is not allowed to have more than 5 units in a 200-meter radius. Ben, Deed is not allowed to use any units which cost less than 80 points.
Oh no.
And Wolfik is not allowed to use the air tab.
Me and Wolfix swap roles, I'm just gonna swap planes.
No,
I made a
small
lobby.
plays, bro.
I made a lobby, guys.
Under 80 points.
Have any of the other maps been changed?
Some points were moved
District
around.
is different, Dam is different,
Oil refinery is vastly different.
oil's different, yeah.
Did
You
we
can
get
play on that one if you want.
cheeky bit
Is
of
it
oil
city
rush?
side now, or is what did they change?
It's city side, yes.
Yeah, it's city side.
Are they gonna release
Basically, all
both
Rush without oil.
sides?
They could.
I hope they
it'll be
do.
good.
I hope they don't just cut the other one off. 'cause
Yeah,
I
it's-
don't
I
want
it's-
that.
believe they were.
It's like with Dam,
talking
right?
about
You want it to be like both.
No, you don't want it to be both sides of that.
No, but you could have like
I
Dam
don't
facing
know,
one way
yes.
and Dam facing the other. I don't know if I like
I
this
think,
version
I
of
think
Dam.
old Dam is better than this one.
No, you do?
No,
Yeah.
you're coping.
Bro, one side takes that hill, you can't spawn any more units.
That's true, but
But one, yeah. That's pretty big.
I mean the city side of that map is unplayable for sure, but the forest side is kinda playable.
Forest is okay, but they put one Panseer on the city side and you lose the game because you can't spawn any more hellies.
compared to Oldham, where the entire map is unplayable, I think this is a...
I've actually got to fix my decks also. Should we try Marine Striker? I don't even know what's good at the moment. I think probably Baltic. Should we do a bit of Baltic Marine? Be fun. What's changed here? I think it's the snipers again been cut down. Having KNT is actually important. K9 Coup is more expensive. Need a second. We'll do normal AMRAM.
Oh no, I don't have a Russian deck for this side.
I'm also creating a deck quickly.
Are we in the wrong lobby?
I have to fix my big bomber deck.
Or should be in Vulcan's lobby.
Can't do that.
I'm in a good lobby now.
I have a feeling Mechmoto isn't going to work on this man.
The Mega Run. Oh, I tell you what might be good now.
I don't think...
Might be better. Report Hamram Harriers.
Currently lobby is full.
Who are we making room for?
Don't think we're... Or do you have more friends coming?
No? I'm good.
Then we're not making room.
I literally find it difficult to fill my infantry tabs now. I have to like spam IFEs.
You have to bring like a load of IFEs that you're never going to use.
No, just shove in like 1 billion reservists and you'll be fine.
I already maxed my reserves.
Oh, I can still bring 4 VDV Rasvetka. Oh,
Okay. Green Baltic. Alright. It's me, Blitz, and the boys. And No Temper up against Benji, Teen Mule, and Durak. This is gonna be a juicy match. I'm ready when you guys are.
oh, I got a connection error. Such.
Rip.
Back.
Just make a flooded version of them? Yeah, that'd be cool. Use some MIG rifles and MG reviews for now. Yeah, I think like MIG rifle MMG will be even better than they are in their current build. Like they got a little bit of a buff in the current build, like the life build, but yeah, they should be better now. Obviously, I can't use them here because I'm not playing armor, but I think armor Baltics is actually pretty good. I wonder how good it would be in this build actually.
Wait. Stop.
And it's
Fix
out.
my deck. Sorry, 1 second. I got caked while I was fixing my deck.
Did Vulcan
I think-
kick you?
I think Vulcan kicked me, honestly. And now I need to restart the game because I have the load in, but oh, I'm in, I'm fine.
No, you're not fine. You have to fight now for your place, for your spot. Now, I come in.
Yo!
Let's go.
Alright, you ready?
Are you ready?
You ready to be Dumpstead.
Ready for what?
I have a feeling we're about to get nuked.
Are these
It's okay, they can only nuke me twice.
are these new people from Vulcan's team?
Yeah, Andy and Simon are people who play with me on my stream.
Regarding the nuke, I think you can nuke only at the beginning and then you have 30 minutes cooldown, right?
I'll mute myself so you guys can do your sneaky beaky strats.
You think we have strats?
We don't have strats. Okay. We really just play for fun.
Play the video game.
He said the line. I play for fun.
I play for fun. I play for fun.
Okay.
Yeah, especially you guys.
I'll see you in a bit.
We play the video game for sake of playing the video game.
Alright. We're gonna just like log in. I should probably get another chat with like Simon and Andy, to be honest. I think if only he does that, yeah, true. I'm really curious how like the Harriers are gonna do, because if we're just constantly fighting them, flying them low, it's gonna be funny. Anyway, new oil map. Let me just move myself back over. New oil map. Also, I just realized my settings are like really weird. Image scaling's not on. Everything's set to like medium. Forgot to import my settings. I wonder if I trashed last time. I'll do it fast enough. That should be TA. It's better.
Turning to new heading.
I don't know if because these are technically ground tag aircraft, how long they'll actually take to come back.
Harrier, armed and ready. Harrier here. Send traffic. Over.
Am I just like in the middle? What's happening? My kilo.
Inbound. Going hot.
I mean, one of my fighters, or one of their fighters cost 2 of mine, so it's sure. That's funny. The old rush gonna be available? Will it be gone? I have no idea. I actually have no idea. I hope they're gonna release both as 2 separate maps. Because this isn't just a map in itself, right? It's the side of the map you just never play on.
Roger Wilco. Flight plan confirmed. Venom here. Heading there. The Venom is in the air. Passion valmis. Setting up an attack pattern. Sovustransport valmis.
Not sure why I'm hearing Russian. Oh, C is not line of sight anymore because I changed the controls. Fuck.
The Cobra is in the air. New heading set.
Okay, we just shut down Natsu 25. Oh, good.
RKP Reich valmis. Looking for targets of opportunity. Heading there.
I need to like import my settings because this is just
Flying there.
weird.
We got a clear shot. Flight plan updated.
I think they were fine before, but it's all gone now.
Marines! Venom at your command. Flying to coordinates. Super Cobra. New course set. Lugemos arette.
Okay. We have me and Simon in the
Over
middle,
here. Send traffic. Over.
I think. Old Time's on the right,
Gliding electric shows. Standing by.
and then you have Blitz and you on the left, and
Fowler, mission mission ready. Flying the
This is
coordinates.
test area.
New heading set. New bearing set. Venom ready. US Marine, ready for combat.
Oh, of course there's different voice lines, derp. I'm playing Baltics. That really confused me for a sec. I don't know why I can't send anyone home. Oh, return to base is a different way. Oh, my controls are wrong. Oh no. Oh, my controls are reset. Ah.
Anti-tank here. Kes peale tuleb?
What is it? Fuck. Let's return to base. Decoy and smoke should be B. Yeah, sorry guys, all my controls changed because I had to re-download it, and I forgot, and I didn't put the registry back in. Derp. Okay, anyway.
Driver, move out! Full throttle!
I'm gonna put some stuff over here as well. At least you guys can see the stuff that I never use. Look at this. Crazy elevation mode. Whoa.
Air defense ready for action. Pedal to the metal.
Let me just change this. France. Yeah.
Ready for action. Fast landing assistance. What can I do for you?
It's kind of sad in these situations where you can't like one-shot stuff sometimes. For sure.
Very close to us. I can us.
And we gotta try and get C, maybe G as well.
Anti-armor at your command, sir.
Bang on!
Bowders, thanks for the gifted. Appreciate it, man.
Lab at your command, sir. Lab ready. Copy. We're moving in silence. Lab standing by. Harrier, mission ready. Anti-tank unit here, sir.
Oh, my FEB trophy just got banged. Oh my lord. That's no good.
Jump jet ready.
It's not good.
Harrier standing by. Venom is mission ready.
He fucking missed every shot. Bruh. So lame, dude.
Venom standing by. Run positioning. Marsch. Liigume varjesse.
Wonder if I can just run through that.
Received.
Get behind him.
Low and slow. All weapons green. Clear to engage. Roger, Wilco. Flight plan confirmed. Flying there now.
Dude, don't gotta even every second there was.
Good copy. Next waypoint received. Air defense, standing by.
Oh, there's a sniper in there or something. Camping that back. Let's go.
Here. We're combat ready. Air defense here. Groenmachine calls us Pavelis.
They're cheeky though. Oh, they're way better than they used to be. Triple hug them at cheeky. Bang me with those thermo barracks. What features does the PTE have? So the PTE has a nice handy list actually. Covets put together. We have increased ASF fuel time for loiter, so you can kind of have these hanging around for longer, which is nice. Afterburning uses less fuel. Radar AA is like reduced in general to make room for more ASF gameplay. Snipers have a sneak ability that makes them free stealth while they're moving, but they move really, really slowly. Brutus has had its price increase. I mean, that one's like really specific, but RT in general has increased in general. There's a lot. My voice is gonna go.
Bang on!
Hey Vex, thanks for the tier 1, man. Oh, nice. We are making good progress. I think that the labs managed to take that. Oh, nice. Good job, ND, taking that one as well. What I can do is we can get the CB in here. Oh, that's another change that was made. So you can put units inside of armored vehicles and trucks, and they will heal over time because units now have their own supply. So in this case, it's using up the supply really quickly because it's probably resupplying the Javelin as well. I think that's probably what it's more useful than healing. Is more useful for than healing, I should say. I'm going to get more pure runs in because we're starting to use these 28s again a bit more. These things are like really, really strong right now. So they be abusing that. Those here recommend Warno. if your focus is multiplayer, I would recommend Broken Arrow. If your focus is single player, then I'd recommend. That being said, Broken Arrow does have a decent amount of single player content now. You're not fire position through smoke though. Oh, my fire position button's on a different. Oh my god. Controls! Fire. Force fire. Reverse is G. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that didn't. Cool. Holy crap. The hell? I'm just getting smashed. Pushing forwards. The fuck? What augmentative do? Tank buff. Oh yeah, tanks. So tanks have increased aim time, or decreased aim time, and better penetration now. So yeah, better in that regard. Seems like stacking infantry is better now. It's like they're stacking so much crap. The CV90s compared to Bradley's. Bradley's are really good. I think Bradley's are better than CV90s in most cases. It depends, like against vehicles with no APS, Bradley's are just better, right? These things are so broken, dude. They missed all 4 sidewinders. Getting those is like super bored as well. I think I gotta go CEVs, right? You can see that. There's something here. And then that 3,000 kilogram bomb killed my leopard, but not the cafe. That's what I get for playing against these boys. Yeah, I'm on a .3 now. I just can't kill anything. Nothing's dying. I'm gonna like start taking it a bit easy here, I think. Otherwise I'm just gonna feed to oblivion. Are these are 81 mils, we can bring these in. Wow, all my stuff just dies so fast. There's it. The left side's been annihilated. I mean, the damage is always low, right? Would they change the damage even more though? I don't think so.
Armored transport, ready. Power ready. Lab, reporting in. Armored transport, reporting in. Move backwards.
By the sounds of it, no.
Keep the engine running, just in case.
Can I check the cross out? In what sense?
Roger, moving up. Already there. Moving out. Pedal to the metal. Don't stay here, fly! Full stop, driver! Special forces here. We got casualties. Let's back out. Vorkon, engaged in combat. Artillery, moving out. Vorkon in combat. Solid copy. Moving out. Engage and destroy. Let's blow up their pieces. Lab in combat. Send your orders. Lab here. We're under fire. Punch it full speed. Get us the fuck out of here. Move the fuck out. Full speed. Keep driving.
I'll put these on auto.
Lab, engage in combat. Take that building. Lab under fire. What are your orders?
Alright, so we want to load these up and then we can basically heal them on the move while we get the bug out.
Someone call for a cab? Lab, awaiting order.
Those new the MO28s with the lemurs are so OP, man.
Watch your spacing!
It sucks ass. I can't do anything about it. You just get the more Piorons on again.
Transport engaged in combat! Roger, moving out. Copy, relocating. Moving there now.
The Sluffy?
Lab standing by. Roger, we're on the move. Lab here. Lab, ready for
The green A means they're on auto fire. There's a new thing
next waypoint.
where your mortars, 81mm mortars specifically, can be set to auto fire.
Someone ask for a ride? Lab here, go ahead. Voici Courvel. Lab ready for combat. Lab reporting in. Voici on valmis. Ülessanne läbi. Tagasi tagalasse. Varsti kohale. Give me a target.
Got some happy fun times coming in.
Next waypoint. Edasi. Voici kontaktis.
Been a while since I've seen some happy fun times. Oh, my lab just got bonked on me.
Troop transport ready. Smoke deployed. M1 Abrams here. We're in
War. War never changes.
heavy armor engaged. M1 Abrams warmed up and ready to go. Abrams engaged in combat. Marines here. We're in combat.
But they're dead.
Armored transport reporting in. Back it up.
What the hell?
What are you waiting for?
Artillery shells is like landing in our backline. It's so close to my stuff, it's so annoying.
Viper is combat ready. Going hot.
Yeah, the tornadoes have a lot of resupply time now. Though. My god, my KD is garbage this game.
Viper ready for combat. Copy. Looking for
Proper
targets.
garbo.
AH-1
It was alright in the phase 1 because I was trading KD for space.
AH-1 reporting in. Hovering there.
It's just crazy how hard these are to shoot down.
Maintaining position.
Fucking shit.
On standby. Orcon here.
Helicopters are just way too strong in this build.
Viper. Personal carrier here. Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Move and engage. Stack up. Prepare for entry. Marines Force Recon at your command. Raider. Hoorah! Bjorn. The Viper is in the air. Lab ready. Flying to coordinates. Heavy cab in combat. Heavy cab engaged. Viper here. Heading there.
Like, just in general, freaking helicopters are so ridiculously strong.
Personal carrier ready. Move the fuck out, full speed. Fly truck ready to transport.
These see how many like AT or AA weapons are needed to kill that. Wild. Also, there's some sort of sniper like probably in here, I guess. It's lasing stuff. There's so much like artillery landing on me. I just realized the game's probably really loud on the screen. Sorry about that. My settings got reset, so it's a bit awkward. How did I not kill anything there? Did we move already? So much stuff. I need like a couple good F-35 strikes or something, I don't know. Like more Harriers with Harriers with Age of Gems again. The time I'm bringing a tank is like not going well. I think you'll need to use fighter jets to counter helis. Maybe. Maybe. Here comes another right there. It feels like it's going to be a big anti-infantry meta in a sense that there's going to be a big focus on things that can kill infantry effectively, because infantry seems like really sticky, especially with like IFEs being able to resupply them, right? That is a problem. It also feels like helicopters are really strong at the moment as well. Playing against Ben? Yeah. Yeah. All these boys we're playing against have like played a lot on the PTE already, so we're kind of getting spanked. We get spanked anyway, to be honest, but yeah, it's not going great. Effect just got like uber crit. Sniped? No. I'm not stream sniping. I think they're good for this PTE meta. Yeah. The PTE meta is like, it seems like stacked infantry is not being punished enough,
Troop transport. Stand by.
which is kind of crazy.
Fire in that position. Copy. Relocating. I want all firepower.
Mass
on
tank
that
spam.
position.
That was like mass tank spam. I need to make sure my tank comes in that way. Stuff keeps coming down this road and it dies.
Driver, hit it. Fire in maneuver. Armored transport under fire. Get us the fuck out of here. Laying down suppressive fire. Heavy cav is on the field.
Oh, lovely cluster.
Someone call for a cab? Already there. Moving as ordered. Rolling. Armored is rolling out.
Was trying to use the strikers. The strikers are technically more effective now, right? Because they have the guns are a bit more like they aim faster. The striker gun aims faster, and the pen is like slightly better as well.
Heavy armor is on the field. Moving to shooting position. Solid copy. Rolling. Forza delle posizioni là. Heavy cav ready to rumble. Armor moving out. Solid copy. Moving out. Driver move forward. M1 Abrams ready for action.
I just took a side shot there. It did so much damage.
Search and destroy. Armored transport reporting in. Time to fingerprint that load.
Let's see.
Area copies.
You need more fighters. You need more like. You definitely need to like double ASF, yeah, for sure. Because AA is not as reliable as it used to be. Like AA in general is kind of shitty. Like especially like even Shorehand is bad.
New heading set. Engaging bandit. New course set. Master arm on. Engaging. Power here. Jammer activated. Proceeding as frag.
I mean, these AMRAMs have been absolutely shocking, to be honest.
Power at your command, sir. Moving as ordered.
Getting over this hill is going to be a bit. I might just rush it.
Personal carrier here. Roger. Moving out.
Get a little burst on that.
Hey, check out this rooster cruiser they gave me. Armored transport, ready. Moving there now. Roger, we're on the move. Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Pedal to the metal. Fire in that position. Power on the hunt for radars. Roger, flying there.
Okay.
Get those traps moving. Copy. Relocating.
This is fucking dead.
Target locked. Engaging.
see how they like focus the cafes because like the anti-infantry capability is so important.
Enemy position. Вверх замесу с контакту. Я Гацбус. Слушался. Позион Тамста. Rawat Sichtbargil. Punto inizio delle posizioni. Kazurko, boss. Занят. Бузитор. Маршрута Сайжгус. ТСМ. Make way. Bring us there in 10 seconds, not 10 fucking minutes. Экипажа Сентрища. Куагайдан. Браузер Камервелвар. Броня Свелтурас. Турбинам Гаудио.
Gotta be really careful with that aim time now.
Огонь интенсива. Экипажа Дива. Под контролем Мусоранка середине Инфантрища. Тексул Лаукер.
Really? I'm not getting that.
Heavy armor is
Very
ready
well.
to rumble. Driver, move out. Позиция Кича. Ситуация под контролем. Abrams here, we're engaged.
And the insta-aim. Yeah, I feel like
We're in combat.
desync might actually be worse with the aim time than better. Because they're basically it's like pre-aim, right?
Азмус маневра свихнулась. Полном и Кастове.
It's kind of weird when that sounds got chewed.
Moving to shooting position. Heavy armor is on the field. M1 Abrams ready for action. Bring us there in 10 seconds, not 10 fucking minutes. Double nickel.
Marine armor still gonna be meta for US? I don't know. I mean, bear in mind this is like my second game on the PTE for a lot of changes. I played like a few PTE rounds when the PTE started,
Heavy cap
but it's already changed loads. So I'm not 100% informed on what the meta would be if it were to release tomorrow, but I don't think it's worth worrying about what the meta is going to be now, because there's probably going to be another like 10-15 changes by the time this thing actually comes out. So
10 Roger. We're rolling.
not sure if I like the changes.
We're moving.
Yeah, there is something weird about it, for sure.
Spearheading.
But it's hard to tell. Like, this is a very different style of match, right? We're playing against top 100 players on the PTE. Against what? Considering they have already played this a lot.
Moving to shooting position. Big road is ours. Heavy cavalry ready for action.
Yeah, these chaps know the ins and outs of what's changed in the PTE a lot better than I do.
Need supplies?
In terms of like what's good and what's not.
Unloading. Armor is rolling out. Rolling into combat.
I know the lemurs are good. I mean, we've obviously seen them being absolutely farming me this entire game. At least my KD got a bit better.
Armor is rolling out. Bring us there in 10 seconds, not 10 fucking minutes. Ready. Heavy cab, ready to roll. Moving as ordered.
Interesting.
Driver, move back. Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Biorun positioning. M1 Abrams, warmed up and ready to go. Heavy armor is on the field. Let's crush 'em.
Yeah, so the reason like lemurs are a lot better than they used to be is because the aim time on ATGMs has been like decreased massively on helicopters, just like it has been with the guns on tanks. Yeah, we're playing against Ben and friends here.
Viper here. Fire and maneuver.
But I think it's more. This is like definitely more of a tech issue than anything else. From what I feel. I just don't have enough stuff to like kill his infantry.
Ready to roll. Zeta, Zeta, Zeta! Zeta, let me! Лейка постовый темпа. Крепкость подтвердена. Пикнул Юдеева. The Viper is in the air. Экипаж спасовочес. Заместитель транспорта съёда шаровое дерево.
I do like the tank lethality, like, it does feel nice to know that if you're flanking your opponent properly, you're going to do a lot of damage in the side armor now.
Heavy armor here. We're engaged. Better than the joke now. Get inside. Inland Abrams here. We're in combat. Everybody goes out these. On command is eastbound. Shoulder Siakala. Link up Shurua.
Yeah, that's rough. I got wrecked that game. Holy crap. Absolutely pummeled.
They play against Vulcan all the time.
GG, guys.
They both
GG's.
went on my side. GG's.
That was rough. The lemurs like constantly. Fucking hell.
Oh my. My Su-34 killed so much shit on you, man.
But yeah, there are big changes on the PTE spectral.
I just kept sending
playing the
bombers on
unit.
I really use this. I mean, they only have to trade one, right, to get the kill, but I just thought they'd be better than they were. But yeah,
Andy
apparently
was
not.
playing it. He killed my fucking alligator with it, actually, because I had like 5 of them in one spot.
Killed the alligator
right
with
now.
what?
The Unimog, ZU.
Oh, right.
That one with the gun.
That's funny.
But it works. That's good news.
Giga chat.
And the Spooky killed my Lemur Helix.
Those AMRAAM Harriers were a bit of a letdown.
Let down? I mean, you did eat all the missiles from my Su-57 from the start, and then the Raptor finished me.
But they're also low out, so like the packs just don't shoot them, or the SRM just
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, because they're low altitude and you can load them with 6 AMRAAMs, they're actually going to be pretty strong, right? Because the only issue is you don't have an afterburner, so you kind of sit and duck for other ASF.
Right. We call it the Husky Fighter, because it actually works sometimes when you bait it.
Vulcan and your team, how the AA situation looked like?
I mean, I find AA in general like really unreliable at the moment. I kind of miss the one-shots, I'm not gonna lie.
Also thought something which people would more like, because this is what I at least heard first, and then now I heard from you and then 2 others that they also would. I think Corin was also, and the other guy was saying who would also have the one-shots back.
Don't you think the AA hits more
I
consistent?
also think like Iris needs to actually do damage as well.
Yeah, Iris T, we don't have to talk about that one. Yeah, it's a little bit weird because it's the first unit which is introduced not for basically the job of killing anti-air, it's more like a missile defending tool, but yeah. So it's awkward because at the moment there is not really a use case for this because it has one of the smallest range, it has I think the least damage with 14 damage.
Yeah, it can't. The difficulty is it can't one-shot a drone, right? And that's just like tragic.
In this branch they can, because drones are on 10 HP if I remember correctly.
Ah, okay.
But on prot, yeah, they can't. Yeah, yeah, it's awkward. I mean, the IRST, there are some ideas, but it could be make it bonkers because in theory, in real life, it is capable to shoot helicopters. So you would have some kind of cracktor with a hot launch, if they would make it like that. But yeah,
Make it
it's a
multi-launch.
weird. Yeah, that is also a thing I recommend for the multi-launch. But the question if it's I wouldn't add that guy.
It would look like the scene around Liberty Tower in Modern Conflict.
I think multi-launch should be just activated on the 8 one, because then with the 4 rockets, I don't know if you just waste everything and then it's useless to intercepting seed or something. I don't know how, because we don't have any multi-launch platform at the moment from SAM, so that would be have the developers have to first invent that and then to tune it, and that could be maybe kinda interesting. It would be good to if it shoot on every rocket just one, but on air targets 2. So it would be like, it's a question if the special case is worth the effort to introduce that kind of mechanic if you're not introducing it to other SAMs too.
Yeah, but it could be something you add to future SAMs, right? But and the other thing I would say with Baltics right now is it feels like people have gone to like not using it again, right? Ever since it came out, especially on live. So it would be something that would be a bit more of an incentive to pick up Baltics.
They need to rework some of the Baltic, in my opinion. It's no point in taking it still.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Baltic in the first place shouldn't be part of the US. They should maybe expand the units and make it standalone force, where you will have a lot of variability.
Man, you cannot do that. The Baltic in real life has no army.
Okay, they don't
They
have
have no air
CV90s.
force.
They don't have CV90s IRL anyway, so you just give them.
They
something.
have. They bolted for Lithuania at least bolted.
They still don't have them. They still don't have.
Yeah,
them
but
ordered.
Okay, but at least that thing is fake. On paper it
A
exists.
new deck, yeah, you need to
At
make
least
new
you
decks.
can add units.
Speaking
give
about
them
United, they
some.
cancel
You can give
it.
them some F-16s.
Yeah, then we can delete Comanche, we can delete like lots of other units which doesn't exist, so...
Exactly. Just make
yeah.
the Baltic more viable, make it a super division or something where you don't combine, instead of you just have one super nation, and you will have a lot of choices in infantry, in tank, something in the air can be expanded. You can have Leopard 1s, for example. You can say that Germany gave them some older units. There are so many opportunities with Baltics. This one they went for sucks.
Air, they don't have air force. They have literally.
Yeah,
no air
like
force.
I'm saying, they can have some allied air force. They can be inside Baltic battalion.
How is Germany
But you will
releasing?
not give
Probably
them any points,
not
like,
for a
they will
while.
Suck at air, but they will have at least
China's
something.
next year sometime.
No, they just need
think
a Shura.
What's
some
new in
tweaks on their
PTE?
infantry.
Let me just
Then
bring
they'll
it
be
on
fine.
screen, and then you
Yeah,
guys
I
can
would
kind of
also
send
say
me
I like the
pause and
role of the
read
mechanized,
as well. This is on the Discord. If you want
mix of
to jump on my
mechanized
Discord, you can read
just
this in
have
the
to tune and buff some.
you can read this in the Broken Arrow Discord or discussion channel. But this is the changes that, and this is not even all of them. So yeah, but yeah, it's ASF fuel increase. Afterburn uses less fuel. Snipers have a sneak ability. Artillery costs more and takes longer to resupply. Panic transfers to infantry inside transports. ASF has a higher priority now, so AA range is reduced against low altitude aircraft. Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of stuff. I think like the nerf on AA has really made airstrikes too strong, even though there's less of them. So It's a bit weird. I think that's okay. Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. I would like go through that list. I'll add to it, and then I'll make a video about it. You are supposed to use ASF as your AA, but what happens in divisions like this? Right. Yeah, we'll make a video next server chase. So yeah, what happens? So I was just looking like Armor Baltic, right? And you don't have like any ASFs really, right? Yeah. So in those situations, like you're just fucked, right? Because your AA is never going to be able to reliably shoot stuff down.
No, not really. You're not fucked because you have a team. You're supposed to rely on a team too.
I mean, if you have two AAs online, you're always going to be able. I mean, most of the time you'll be able to punish after they air abuse your tank.
I mean, you got to realize that, like, say the majority of players play solo queue, right? And then they can't rely on their team to always have ASF up.
Yeah,
I mean,
but this is the awkward thing for solo queue. It's also for the enemy team that they're on solo queue too, right? So they can't, I would say, in the most efficient way, air abuse you on the other side, right? If you're going for that, basically. So it's like a balancing on self because of solo queue chaos, that they both can't abuse each other at the maximum, which teams would do, basically, if that makes sense.
if everybody is having at least one or two anti-air units on the field in the team, you're going to be way better off compared to the live version of the game, because you can actually like shoot down the plane.
I mean, last time I played with Corin and Scrub, I had a random on my side on Baltisk, which played Airborne and Socom, so I just called in 2 packs and he had, because of the spec, doesn't have any combination, right? So, so I have to fill for him basically my 2 packs in the stacks. I have to look out a bit on decks which are picked. But he did very well in air abuse too, so he spammed just air with that combination and I hold more on the bottom. So it's the hard dynamic of what is the more the thing is for me that is no like chatter or no like chat in the previous deck lobby that you can communicate, okay, something here, I have seed, I have that, or anything. That is more egging me, some kind of prep communication with randoms before the game starting. Then that could work way better out.
I mean, I guess you could like just increase the starting time to like 2 or 3 minutes rather than just like 1 minute.
Yeah. For example, yeah, like I don't know. There's like every game has it. If I going with like competitive games from which kind of factor like League of Legends, which you have lots of with the roles and everything, a chat, Dota and CS, where you have the in-game chat, of course, and voice chat. We don't need a voice chat. Probably we can do that or not. Could be interesting. But yeah,
Not
some
yet,
kind
Nix.
of communication tool before the game starts would be very nice. So you can say,
Yeah,
okay,
Definitely.
what is your
Definitely.
yeah? So you can at least ask, okay, what is your deck doing? Do you have something?
I
Of
mean,
that?
it might even be able to like make it so that when we are loading into a map, you can hover over your teammates to see their decks.
Yeah, for example, that would be also. But it's written down, I think, on UI. I think there's lots in general in the pipeline. It's like lots of UI rework, also like in the deck stuff. But yeah, I don't know anything concrete. I just know there's like lots of work. There's lots of stuff from spaghetti code that they have to remove from the whole time. You know, from the smaller team to bigger team, and that's still stuff. There's lots of rework too. And yeah, we will see how it goes. So I'm for me, the most important thing is moving everything to server identity. Like many games has, for example, most RTS games have just an input lag if you're lagging, right? If you have like 100 ping, if you click, just get restricted, registered later.
Yeah.
League of Legends also a classic there, but everything calculation goes on the server. So first, that makes more cheat safer because you can't easily manipulate data because it's not load into RAM. Yeah, greetings to SK from Tarkos, which they recommended 64 GB RAM. Because
Can I
they
have
load
one
basically
quick-
everything in.
Can I have one quick non-related question about the Broken
Yeah,
Arrow? So right now when you turn on the radar on the SAM, it
Yeah.
shows that low altitude range times 1. Does it mean that it's the same or it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. You just
So-
have, if you go over the optics, if you correctly there, I mean,
Okay.
can you go over
Yeah,
the optics of Vulcan on one of the long range SAM?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. It should show, I think it's, if I remember correctly, maybe that
4,000
doesn't.
4,000 high
Can
and
you hover
low.
over the optics? Over the optics sign on the left? Yeah.
Yeah,
here,
that is. Yeah.
I think, and that is. I'm not sure if it's already in the stat cards, but radar boosts your optics, and for SAMs, I think it boosts over the range of their shooting, so they can
Oh.
see earlier plane before can shoot them. That's
Okay.
It's already also in some cases, I think in prod battle data, I'm not 100% sure because it doesn't matter because it's one like two multiplayer 2 on high altitude and boost optics on 2. But here on PTE, there's like a little bit the thing that long range SAM can spot units earlier than they shoot because they have a higher optic boost than range
Okay.
boost.
And the aim time is now instant. Like
I think 0 to 1 here. I think
0
so.
to 1, so that's much shorter than before.
Yes, I mean I can just check on Barmo. I think it's 1 to 2. I don't know.
0 to 1. It's 0
Yeah, it
to
says
1.
0 to 1, yeah.
0 to 1. Okay.
And it was previously like 2 seconds, or?
Yeah, that could be. I don't know. I just see it now from the book, for example. It's 1 to 2 aim time at the moment on prod or live, and 0 to 1 on PT.
Oh, so it's the half. The aim time is half. The range is shorter, but you are able to see the target much earlier than you can shoot at it. Okay, makes sense.
Yes, there's like some stuff like I also
It's,
always.
It's purely theoretical. It's really depending on where you place the anti-air, because the anti-air cannot see out from a forest. It can only shoot out of a forest if you have.
Oh, guys, I'm just going to restart the game so I can import my actual settings. Right. I was just updating my settings. I'll be there in a minute. I'm gonna use Armor Baltic and see how much I get air abused. You know. VFB Commando background. The crash lockup. I like that, the closing lockup the game. Yeah. I mean, it's also the PTE like lobby broke. I guess. Well, we might do. I like the trouble with mine is that it like undownloaded the PTE and then I had to re-download it and then it reset all my settings for the last game. So I spent half the game like changing my settings.
Private again, so it didn't re-download, it stopped the download basically.
Yeah, I don't know
So I
my
was really
settings.
lucky
now,
with
so
that.
we got them all set up again, guys. Don't worry about it.
Was it intentional that the damage on small arms is now much smaller? For example, I'm looking at Cherny Bereti. They used to have 3 damage on the AN-94.
It's the same damage, I think. It just shows DPS now instead.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I should forget about the previous values. Like there's no relevancy between the previous ones and one we have now.
What changes do I like the most so far?
I think
Ooh,
snipers
good question. I don't mind adjustments to like availability and prices that they've done.
Not damage per second, but I'm not 100% sure. I think they are still on.
I mean, snipers fire
I
quite
like
slowly,
that they made it so
maybe
that panicked.
Exactly.
no need to change.
I like that they made it so that like panicked infantry or transports that are panicked. I think he's in.
Ah, he's in. Never mind.
Okay, guys, thank you for game and for talking. I'll go now. Bye.
Yeah, thank
See
you
ya.
to Steer.
GG's.
I've been back to carrying my ass.
But I also would say even the Nesson is slower than the Patriot missiles. For me, at least on Prot, the MRAM ERs are doing quite well as long-range anti-air compared to the Iris-T, for example.
Yeah, the NASAMER is way better than the Iris.
Yep. So I'm using them always if I have no good, like, different option like Patriots.
From what I see, the Patriots and like the air defense, so they're just the trait they're playing. You're never stopping it from bombing unless you have an ASF to snipe it.
Yeah, I mean the previous thing, I will not name it because, because it's not PTE part. It was an experimental range. But I think that would be also interesting way to balance it, and if they tune it farther. But we're there at a moment of time. But I'm pretty, or at least I'm hoping it come back and will get tuned, because it was an interesting, different approach how to balance anti-air and air loop.
Yeah. I'm seriously just worried about like your average like player getting kind of turned off by these changes, because they're not going to be able to like bomb as much as they used to or RT as much as they used to, which is, for those players quite fun.
Yeah, that's the hard thing to say. That's a weird thing that I'm for planes for sure. There's drastically
I know you're ready, and I'm just saying, are you ready to start?
I think everyone is ready, dude. I'm not playing still.
Check cheaper Russian artillery, which wasn't used before.
I think that's the weird thing, that how to make the game not toxic.
The Panzerhaubitze
will also keep it interesting for new players.
I think it's longer range now. And
for me,
has
it's pretty
better rate
easy
of fire.
to say because I played some other games and there's always meta, so I change the meta is for me whatever. So I just playing the meta, which is curious there. I have like that kind of attitude, but yeah, for the normal game, it's always a question, because RTS games also are not, or were never meant to be, at least in PvP, for normal people. If I remember to StarCraft or Age of Empires, which are more APM related. So yeah, hard to say. I would say in the artillery part, it's got better because it was at one point the PT very drastically tuned down, and they reverted it a little bit to match it a bit better. But yeah, I think you are very right about the air stuff, especially I think some stuff like nukes, which are kinda toxic if you have too much of them because you're wiping a lot. But are not for sure fun for the brighter audience to see a big bada boom happening.
Yeah. But I feel like you could tune it down so like nukes can only be used twice a game instead of 3 times a game, right? And then if you want more nukes, then everybody just takes nukes. But
yeah, for example, yeah. But I think it's the case at the moment in PTE. I didn't check
that is
possibly.
the case. It's 25 minutes.
25.
You get 2.
Okay,
and the time is actually 5,500, never mind.
Before today or last day? Yesterday it was 30 minutes.
There isn't a point here now on this map.
If I'm not mistaken.
How am I supposed to defend this flank? Look at where the edge of the map is.
Yeah,
Oh, no, you don't get
it's
to, because
miles
the
away.
refund and the death time is the same, so you won't get to.
No. I mean, it could be worse. It could be how it's called the map, Ruda.
Yeah, dude is big as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like normally big maps. I love river, but brighter audience really don't like those kinds of maps.
Lanky bullshit.
For example. But it's part of the game. Flanking, infiltrating.
Hmm.
At least for me. But I can see that people are annoyed.
The left flank is just huge now on this map without a point in there.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, because the spots got taken away.
I mean, I feel like this is another map that could be split into 2 maps.
I'm not sure, because the second half would be just like
I mean, if you
wouldn't have
do
the
like
island.
east and west Jelagava with the like, say the river splits the map right in 2.
Yeah.
Because you know when you play the single player mission, you come in from like the airport side.
Yeah, from the left side here, yeah, here.
Yeah, so that would
Yeah.
be like one map, and then the other map would be the other side of the river.
Yeah, the problem left from the airfield is nothing a lot like, right? There's just small buildings and that stuff, but to bring... I would be a fan for the airfield. I think also which map was it? The Death Center, which also has the airfield, which is not used at all. Was it that map? There was... Or was it airport or airbase?
It's Ruder, isn't it, with the big airport on the side?
It could be. I'm not 100% sure. How were performance for you guys today? Any big FPS problems, issues?
I
No
haven't had
FPS
any.
issues, but the game crashes every fucking game.
Really? Okay.
Does it actually?
For me, yes.
Oh, wow, that was lots of hate for 1 Milan.
And the narrow checkpoint map, yeah, I feel like with the changes on this, they've kind of made it very similar to the old oil map.
Oh yeah, I remember the old oil map when that wasn't splitted, where you have like...
Just a trench in the middle that you gotta push across.
Yeah. Doing like Hannibal and going through the mountains to attack the tunnel.
Will, do you know if the oil refinery map will, like the old one will be in and the new one?
I mean both at the same time, with the both versions.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if it's like some kind of rotation thing that you say, okay, we made we will throw the other way. If I would guess, I'm pretty sure they would put both in, because that would make more sense. Because why moving one if you other one played. But I think the other one, I have to check it in BAM maybe. I think the one which is already out is not that famous. If I remember right.
As in, like, not very well played or played very often.
I mean, it's okay. It's on like 89k matches. Just things which has less matches are basically all dam. And River, Snow Castle is also on 89. So it's on the lower end for sure. But I would still have it there and then maybe trying to adjust maybe some points to bring some new dynamics in and put both in. But that is what I would doing, what the devs I have in mind, or the game designers in this case. I do. Did you play, by the way, already on Prot the, in quotes, new dam?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think with
better?
I don't know. I think I prefer the old one, but it would be cool if you had like a rotation version of it. Like again, it's one of those things where you can have like two versions of the map, one played from one side and one played from the other. A lot of maps.
I mean, the other one is more rework and not a totally new version, right? Because they also like some change the height, I think, from some hills and some stuff.
Ah, okay.
I mean, which is on Prot, you know, which we had previously in Prot and now on Prot, basically. But on PT it's a totally different dam, I think, because it's flipped. But you have to make a game on that to have an audience until 2020.
Strike finally viable. You think? I don't know if I've seen anyone using Gornos yet. You guys think Gornos are good now? Someone was just saying now they think they're viable again.
I think they're pretty good, yeah. Not if you're not using as melters, like ATGem mainly, if you use it more as fire support unit with the SVD. The DMR, which is
yeah, because I saw like the DMRs like are firing even faster in PT than they do on live.
I would say they're a good fire support unit if you stack 2 or 3 of them because they're pretty cheap still. And then it's like I would say a nice bony that they can shoot on IFV and tanks. But it's not really a threat against tanks, but more against IFVs. I would give it a shot. I really liked it to play at the moment.
So spam has not been nerfed at all? Yeah. I think it has.
I love this reservists guys. Played it last night, this is in the castle. Smacked 4 stack of damage, then got it out.
Yeah, good value.
Also use more now HMG or GLG?
In live it's definitely HMG. I feel like GMGs are... I don't know, did they get nerfed? I feel like they're so much worse things.
I think they got a bit... I'm not sure if they got nerfed, or like with the explosion stuff together or something. I just know HMG got buffed because they was from the formula which the units, which the HMG on the, I think how it's called, on the IFVs were, or on tanks.
Yeah,
I think
could have happened before I did the MG achievement, god.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
No, I'm just saying I wish it had.
well.
It's like I did the Venom door gunner achievement and then they buffed Venom door guns.
Oh yeah, I remember. I saw that video from you where you sent 6 Venoms with the door gunners in on what was it?
Yeah, just to kill
Black
one
Holes.
infantry squad.
Yeah. I respect that. I wanted to go for the achievements. I still have to do the achievement with the killing the F-170. I did already the achievement with spawning 5 planes as opener.
The one that I'm struggling with actually I think is bugged maybe is the less than 1 HP repair.
Oh, I don't know if it's bugged.
I know that some people have it, but I keep trying to do it. But every time I think that my thing's lower than 1 HP, like you barely see a slither of health. It's like it doesn't work.
Hard to say because you can't see the life points directly. It's just a bar. I know it's also like not 100% like rounded, like 10, 9, 8, or it can have like 1.1 HP or 0.8 HP.
Yeah, but the achievement just says less than 1 HP, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just not sure. I think I also do have it, but I can't. I never like try harder to get that.
Yeah, I've like literally spent time in a game shooting my own tanks down to like really low HP to try and heal them back up again and try and get the achievement.
Yeah, for me it's also locked. I have to check it, or have to ask someone.
Because I find it really weird that like after, you know, say, I don't know how many games you've got, but I've got like 700 games and I haven't got that achievement yet. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I don't know how many games I have. I have 700 hours, but I don't know. I also don't have it, and pretty sure I also at some point saved it in nature meeting, but hard to say.
Oh, I find the overkill mechanics still really weird for the ground vehicles. Like my CV90 wasn't firing at the BMOT there because there was an ATGM coming in from the Viper.
Maybe the overkill mechanic, that it said, okay, I don't fire because it's dead anyways.
Well, I think it's gonna die, but then the ATGM misses because the unit smokes and then you haven't done any damage to it.
Yeah, kinda same problem that we had previously on Prod with the AA, right? Where you have to right-click to override it.
Yeah. I just feel like it should really be a thing with ground units in a lot of cases. Maybe ATGM.
I would say if it would be a smart system if it say, okay, for BMO, okay, we don't have to overkill it, but if it's a tank, okay, you don't have to right-click, so it just fire and everything. But I think for the spikes, for example, because you have just 2, it's kind of fun to have it. So it's very special. It's like always very dependable.
Yeah, but you can just, I guess you just add a choice on each unit if you want overkill turned on or off.
Yeah, that would be also fun. Someone is shooting ballistics.
Yep. I have found, like in general, that A needs to be closer.
Yeah, for ballistics for sure. Because ballistics, you know that they're just getting shot if they have from starting phase to going down to heading to the ground, like after they finish their turnaround. Was the change to make them at least viable? Because before that they got just shot basically from start. I don't know how much upkeep they feed, so that if that one guy is basically just not fighting you and just shooting off the ballistics.
And my HE rockets
That cheat.
I'm glad they're not using too much aircraft because I have an Albatross as my ASF.
To be fair, you're playing also a combination which is would say is very niche.
This was the first combination I think I played when Politics came out on live, and I got all 13 tube artillery on the map.
It reminds me of Striker Armored, just with at least a funny helicopter and more funny...
At least Striker gets decent air time.
Which was it?
Yeah, but yeah, it is Striker Air that's like got that the crazy arty tab and no helicopters.
Yeah, okay.
Good job, Irish too. You only shot ballistic missile as it impacted the floor.
Don't blame it on the Irish team.
Don't worry, if it friendly fires your own unit, then it doesn't give them kills, right?
If.
Irish team would work better without the DC, right?
Oh yeah. Desync is the bane of my life.
Yeah, one more thing.
It's like I play with like a massive like multinational audience, right? I watch your stream, Benji, and you're the one who benefits from.
You literally can't prevent it.
I watch you pre-aim tanks all the time.
Desync doesn't exist in this video game.
One more thing I would love.
Don't you dare say such a thing ever again.
Cluster guns.
Yeah, it feels bad. It's like fucking shotgun grab right there. Guy was like, that was...
Yeah. Also a thing which hopefully will be not anymore in the future because of server authority. If everything is on server calculated, then in theory there is no desync.
Pray G. Good night, Nix.
Or at least not desync in that kind of degree. Because the rocket should...
Yeah, I did find in the last game I was playing, like I really do like the aim time reduction on tanks, but with desync it is horrific because it's even worse than before.
Yeah, you're like 1 second less or 2 seconds less to react, and then going behind that building, and it shoots and still hits the building and shoots you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's things to love.
They gotta be kind of careful with like reducing aim time with everything. Like I really don't like the aim time reduction on helicopters. I feel like generally helicopters are just popping AA over and over and over again, which is really
Yeah, in
dumb.
helicopter I would agree too. I don't like it there with the health. I think it's a fire and forget missiles mode, pretty sure I got that. I think on the tank it's fine.
Yeah, I think the tank one is okay.
Yeah, on the not Bushmasters, on the autocannons I'm not sure because I didn't feel they're like a big difference, but maybe I was just blindfolded. Because it's going to increase there too if I'm...
Yeah, it definitely feels like CV90s with like, or any one with like a decent auto cannon that's really good.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna hate me, I kill this toll with a Comanche.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
I'm also a fan, and there were people will say to me,
like
US bias, but the generic Volt launcher is now like a hot launcher
there going to be like a little radius indicator around the vehicles that have supply? Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest. Here, I don't know. I know that this was requested already, or not requested, mentioned from my other tester. What is this about? But I can't remember the answer to be honest. Because it would also be very silly if you have like every vehicle standing there.
For sure.
Yeah, and then you have like 20 minutes.
Zoe is
Yeah.
gonna hate me even more. I'm dropping
would-
mobs on him.
It'd be maybe like a nice option to have, like, if you can turn it on and off, maybe.
Yeah,
Like
I mean you have it as turn it on or off and sleeve it on, but there would be interesting, of course. Good
No,
if you
I
can
mean,
put it-
I mean, turn on and off the circles. Like a
you
UI.
meant the UI.
Yeah. So it would just be like a UI option in your menu, like in the options menu. There's a lot of tanks up there. I wish I had some sort of cluster. So I'm not sure I'm a fan of the fact that I can't fire more than 3 shells in one volley from a Panzerhaubitze, which has like a really good rate of fire.
Yeah, the weird thing. I mean, you can just shift click it, so you have to aim time every time between the 3 shots. That is a thing also, it's kind of awkward because it was like said, okay, the balancing is about the tiers, or the tier of every howitzer. Like 1, 2, 3, you have the mortars which are shooting, or has the less, at least aim time. Then you have the tier 2 which has a little more and can shoot, I think, until 9. Then there's you get things like the striker SBH, which can shoot 52, I think, on max, or something like that. Or half, I'm not sure. And for all the top tiers,
Wait, the strike
made
is
it-
50 odd rounds.
if they didn't change it, it was at some point that you could shoot that as a half salvo, like half magazine basically at one room. I think they changed it already. I think it's the old one, so I have to check it. But yeah, they said basically the top tiers should. The problem was on prod that the top tiers are used for everything, like shooting at infantry in the front line and every stuff, and should be more for the backline stuff because they are so lethal. And that was the argument why just 3 to 1. But of course that can be also tuned because that makes, of course, your counter RT very hard if you can't just shoot 3 times and that was it. Plus the very high aim time.
Yeah, I don't think like salvo length really affects like how strong a unit is, like especially when it comes to like howitzers. I think like generally it's a good thing to have it low to stop it being a noob trap, right? Because long salvo length means you're going to get counter battery generally. But I think for like I say, for the Panzerhaubitze, so the whole reason you take it is because it's got really fast reload time.
Yeah, the reload time. Same to Koalicja, I think it has 5 to 6 or 5 to 7, something like that, which is the second fast shooter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally agree there. Yeah, I would also say it would be something, I don't know, maybe 6 or something like that. I think 6 would be a good sweet spot. That is the reason why many people now in the PTE tend to play more the tier 2s. Like, I saw lots of people playing Acacia or similar.
Yeah.
Because they can fire 9 times and are also way cheaper. So yeah, I agree there also too, but like always, I could just repeat, put it in the feedback thread, there's everyone has in the feedback, EN feedback. You can always also put, you can see like the stage on the down left, which patch we are. With PT stage 3.1, then you could put that to that feedback basically, so they can easily make now to when was the feedback posted basically, so no, don't worry about putting more than one feedback thread, because every patch, after patches, before the patch basically on PTE.
Yep.
And that is also the cool thing, which also people should not to get too easy on the early first if they first never played it. And second, the PTE is for testing and for also experimental stuff, so people should not get frustrated immediately if there's stuff happening which is not according to their playstyle, basically.
Yeah, I keep saying on the stream everything's subject to change because I know that like a lot of the changes are controversial.
Yeah, of course.
Literally like the trench grind for a refinery.
Yeah, I really don't like the H spot here, or it's not a support spot. I really like the spot on the island with the new spot there on D. I like that one in the middle of the both, C and D. Did you have a double spot now there?
Oh right, yeah.
Because that spot didn't exist before. And I like this weird, I don't know what it is, jail, castle or something, you know, that thing left.
Yeah, the castle's cool, yeah, that's always been cool.
I really like that spot. And H and G are menacing, staring each other and helping left and right.
Where is the Conquest mode? At the top. So
Yula, are you there?
you can see if you, since we're ahead on caps, we've maxed out the amount of caps we can
Remember
have.
me maybe the next days
Or
to
points
set
we have.
up or ask me again, because I want to check which could be a problem for why your game is breaking every time after every game. If it's related to VRAM or something like that, there's like
I think the game is just running out of memory, most likely.
Yeah, is it?
Probably. I don't know.
Leaky memory leak.
It's just not a problem in before Baltic, and just generally speaking, I think the Baltic on live works. And it's also crashing. It's just
Yeah,
just
I
maybe
know
the
there is
Baltic.
some kind of memory leak, and they're searching for the root cause because it was one away after they updated the Unity engine, prot and everything, and then it came suddenly back. So they don't know exactly where the root cause is. They have some ideas, but they don't know if it's like Unity related, so engine related, or somewhere in their system. So hard to say. Just wanted because there's like a monitor from the software we can see how much software is used and how much is left after the round. I assume, do you have like
it can even happen if I just play one game.
Okay, interesting. I don't have the problem with that. I had before Baltic, I had like 3 games, and then it ran full time. I started to like the mighty castle. What do you have as graphic card?
3080.
3080, okay. Do you play on very high settings?
No, medium settings. I played on high settings before Baltic, but the game just doesn't work on high settings. It crashes really easily after the
So I have
Baltic.
3070.
What's new on PTE? Lots of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. If you wanna pause the stream and read, there you go. These are all the changes. Except this one. This one's not a change. This is just me writing that down, so don't forget to put it in the feedback thread. But yeah, basically, big ones are like changes to ASF, making ASF more prevalent. Yeah, Conquest changes is a big one. The game mode's been changed on the PTE, so that holding points over time gives you points. The only thing that I don't...
Vulcan, are you using a lot with the IFV sleeve supply? Because I'm seeing it's only with supply differently.
I always forget, to be honest, at the moment.
Yeah, because of prot, right?
It's just not obvious that I can. Like, I know that I can, but I forget that I can. Because I don't have any visual indicator.
I was just curious.
Jesus Christ, the airable is stop it already.
I mean, there's Sam. They have a lot of Sams.
And one thing I am a little bit worried about is like the one like say we're one capture zone ahead of the enemy, and you're able to sit on that for the entire phase. You get like a 3 point and you get 3 war goals, right?
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. I think like if you're sitting one ahead for the whole phase, it should be like 2 war goals max.
Too fast, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is also already acknowledged. That the rate is at the moment too high. I don't know if it's also bugged in some maps, because it seems in some maps it's higher with just one cap than on other maps. They're not sure, because that could be on the maybe on the formula on max number of maps. So if you have less max number of maps, I don't know, instead of 10 you have just 5 or 6, and one controls more, it's getting more because it's in theory it has more value.
Yeah, it's like percentage value is higher.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if they did it like that. Just not like this.
Getting double across the ground. It's raining.
And it's very satisfying watching like tanks just one bank stuff on the side. I'm
yeah, I read that also, like that it said that also other testers hit the terminal.
Yeah, it was one of the things I first mentioned when I saw the notes like months ago, or like a couple of months ago when we joined. But I think it was like adjusted since then, but it still kind of feels a bit much.
Yeah, totally see it would be for sure
Two
better.
T-15s blowing towards me. What the fuck?
I mean, I guess technically we're 2 ahead at the moment, right? But it's already nearly 3 war goals in like 2.5 minutes. It's actually going to be 2.5 minutes it took for us to get 3 war goals with 2 plus. It's crazy. Because again, if you think back to like the average player, they're gonna see that you're like the enemy's like 3 war goals ahead, and then they're gonna get like tilted. The other thing about it, you're gonna have so many people leaving because the enemy gets like 3 war goals ahead.
Yeah, that's going to be a really big problem in custom games for sure. I mean, not custom games, but random games. But I doubt it's going to stay like this forever.
Yeah, I hope not. Increase towards the end of the phase. I mean, I don't mind it being like increasing the whole way through the phase. It just needs to be toned down, right?
move again after they shoot. So you're not allowed to shoot too long, so making it easier to counter it.
You like setting like
up
setup
or-
time.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, something they're gonna add to war now.
Yeah, I don't know, never played before. Just know that it exists and it's some cool features.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with Broken Arrow, like keeping the game fluid is like half the appeal.
I mean, of course, I'm a bit biased there because I'm here along in that stuff, but I can surely say there's lots of think process and the trying to listen to stuff. It's not that always that easy. That is the
Oh yeah, for sure.
to validate, you know, what is the right thing, because you have so many different opinions and so many other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can also see it a little bit in surveys, especially for the air and AA balancement. I think that is one of the most controversial one, where you have like many different opinions. The other one
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
to
for
be
sure.
a little bit more streamlined.
So I was actually laughing at that survey because I saw it when after I voted. I was like, oh yeah. So because people were just saying the complete opposite, and it was really funny when he was like made another survey to kind of figure out what the problem was, and it was exactly the same like split.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm happy just to test stuff and recommend here and stuff, but nothing to invent is. So, but I'm not getting paid for it.
You think Infantry Auto Motorsport? Yeah, it is viable. I don't have any more stoked on. Anything with auto mortars is they don't fire all the time, unless there's like a big enough target. Will the wave reach the other side at least one time?
Also because of that, I would also look that you have some transport units which doesn't have lots of armory, or like the toasters, the M100 something, because they have, for example, a little bit more supply in it instead of, I think that's 0.4 instead of 2.5. So
Yeah.
they're better to resupply it from line, and stuff like the war pick, was it a war pick from Delta and stuff?
I also like the Typhoon. Yeah, has like 0.4,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah, the war pick has.
I don't know if I feel
think-
like it's OP. That's the only trouble.
No, of course not. But the Warpic, for example, has 0.8, and I think also the BM1O has 0.8. Which gave them basically a new use case.
Did you say the BM4 has 0.8?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Being highly abused.
Super Burger in my chat says, so once you get all 3 war goals, is there any incentive to cap? It's like, not really. You play for kills once you get ahead. I'm only pushing because it's fun.
It's definitely more rewarding in this system to play more tactically. Just don't ooga booga non-stop.
Tornado time indeed. You feel it? When you say you're vindicated, it is it because I'm bringing up a lot of this stuff. So you agree with it?
He was abusing me because I was abusing his boyfriend.
the KNT team yours? Then there it is.
That's it.
No,
That's
I
it. That's
literally- I have
NDs.
my entire army behind me while they're attacking B.
ND is like a sneaky bullshit specialist on my stream.
Oh, okay.
He's the one who puts the sniper in enemy spawn.
Yeah, we have also one of the testers. He's like calling Costly because he's rushing with Coslicks to the enemy spawn. He also brought once, I think S350 to spawn of us. The whole forest of Ruta.
Well, I took G.
Double Mr. Nice Guy. Here's Big Bubble.
I'm just chasing down this Barbers with the V2. No folks were giving us there.
It's not worth it, but it's so funny.
I have no fucking APS left.
Wait, you made it out? Hold up. Wait a minute.
A double MG team. Schmeck.
There's a big inner spawn.
I'll get him with the albatross, don't worry. It's coming. Yay, go on. Come for me, please.
Oh no.
I mean, there is definitely economical balancing issues in this game, sadly, because this guy was trading 0.6 and we could not take a point. We could not take the point.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing that in the game against Benji.
He was just sending things, constantly losing his entire army, and it did not matter because that was just not next wave was just coming.
That's kind of interesting because they have kind of high CDs now.
I was doing that against Benji, to be honest.
This guy is 0.62.
Yeah, like I said, it is kind of interesting because Infantry is also. But yeah, that is. Because it's still a lot of mount. I think the breaching tools are maybe lacking there for the dynamic to get through.
I had 2 TOS, 2 Smirches, and the Grad, and I could not control him enough that I can capture the point.
Yeah, not saying
I
that
could kill his
enough.
units, but not capture the point.
Then I was not saying that you not have enough smart. I just think I found that the tools, the breaching tools, are maybe too weak or something like that.
Yeah, the problem is still with what we were talking about earlier, that the cooldown on the infantry units is generally too small, and you can have too many infantry units. So even if you lose your entire army repeatedly, as soon as they reach the front line, it just doesn't matter, because you just get another wave.
Careful, Vulcan, your 1K9 is shooting against the high rise there.
Is it?
A little bit down here.
Oh, that's not my K9.
Oh,
I
the
got-
Iron Thunder, never mind.
Oh, right, yeah, that one.
Yeah, they're shooting against him.
I mean, he got a fucking striker SPH behind me. Oh my god. Didn't matter anyway.
I drop! There's an air drop!
Oh man, not being able to like target the last 2 airdrops with like a pack is so sad.
Fuck you, Zulu!
Oof. No desync? Yeah, I haven't had any desync. Well, much desync. I had desync in the game against Benji was one time where I got shot through a wall. What are you doing? Considering the grind there, I'm quite happy with that, Katie. Oh, the river should slowly turn red throughout the battle. On that map. I like to team kill a Viper. In the current implementation, you get win 18-0 by just holding 1 point over half. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we were talking about before. Go on, space upon, man. Yeah, but if he's like, so he's basically saying that he's got all of the fire support. He's probably pushing infantry in as well, which he was with the BMOs, but he can't clear it because there's too much stuff still. But yeah, I don't know. I do find it difficult in this build to like break down large amounts of infantry. I don't know if it's just because I'm using the wrong units.
I mean, it's PTE, it's whatever about winning, right? So there's nothing about abusing.
Yeah, it is more like a balancing thing, right? But because that's just going to be like abused on live if it's not. I think like all this like talk about like, oh, let's not cheese, let's not like try hard is kind of silly on the PTE because it's kind of the point. You want to like stress test the decks.
Yeah, exactly. That's more the thing. I'm just saying it's not about like playing like always. It's more like testing edge cases, like you said, stuff which could be abused. That for sure.
Because I think on live at the moment is you have to kind of build the decks to kill infantry, but you can get away with it a lot more because you like airstrikes are more reliable and more like frequent, right? And and you also have more frequent artillery, so infantry can be pummeled quite freely. But in this, it's because rockets are kind of more scarce. And airstrikes are more scarce. It's like you don't want to use them on infantry because it doesn't seem like a good value proposition. And then you're kind of left with no other way to deal with them. I think you kind of have a lack of like support ground units. Like so something like the CEV, right, is a good example of a unit that's built to kill infantry, right? I think there's like not that many of those kinds of units in the game. I guess on the Russian side there is, because a lot of the like BMP3 and BMP4 are kind of designed for that. On the American side there isn't.
I mean, that is the one thing at least which Baltic brings a little bit more, right? You have there the CV, the Vilkas and the Spartan. I really like the Spartan because they have like 3 spikes on them, and have, at least on prot or live, they have stealth. So they're doing kind of fine. And the Scimitar is doing, I don't know why, but the Scimitar is doing so good in my rounds online.
Yeah, well, it does the same DPS, right? Than like a Bushmaster, just fire slower. But
yes.
But yeah, no, I was like talking more like anti-infantry in general, like vehicles.
Yeah.
Because the Bushmaster 20, or like the 25mm Bushmaster is not that good at killing infantry. The CV90 is pretty good at killing infantry. It seems like a lot better.
Yeah, the CV90 for sure. Yeah, I would say the combination on the Vilkas with the, if you are like on a good maps where you don't have to creep too near, then the Vilkas can work if it's shooting also his, I think, MG3 together with the Bushmaster.
Oh, I tell you one thing I do need to try. Since the changes,
But
is the triple MG battleship.
Yeah, I love that one. I also using I spent once with the tow rockets, with the double tow rockets, and having 3 in the forest of them.
Oh yeah. No, I've done some meme games with with double tow battleships.
Yeah.
I need to do it again after they like increase the armor slightly, because before they just got sneezed on.
No. Yeah, I think also that the CV and the Vilkas are still a bit overpriced. That's more like my opinion. If I compare them, like, sadly, I would love if the Vilkas has also like a upgrade which give it HP. Because if I compare it, I know sometimes cross comparison with the Russian units is a little bit silly, but if I compare it to a Boomerang fully upgraded, I think it costs 125 and has 2 HP more APS and the 4 cornets and the gun. I think the 57 cal. And the only thing which has it less is, I think, 20 armor less, something like that. And compared to the Vilkas, basically. So the 2 HP are very important in my opinion. But I don't know if there's like something in real life exists.
Yeah, they could just make the Vilkas 15 HP. It would help.
I mean, the better comparison with the CV would be the AMPV from Armored, which costs 145, which is like a different, you could say, a different focus. That it is more armored based and has also a top attack with the javelin and Bushmaster too, I think.
Yeah, it is a Bushmaster too.
Yes, and like it's more chunky against tank, against HE, but less chunky against kinetic. And a full upgrade it costs 145 in comparison to the CV90. So it could be both have like different like focus points, but the AMPV can fit more infantry. I think it has 3 more seats than the CV, for example. And everything is similar, so it could be tuned down on 145 points, for example. But yeah.
Okay. Thanks for the video, man.
I also have to test a little bit more airdrops, because I'm forgetting still every time where the button is for the emergency airdrop, and just to read it is in the same button basically.
Yeah, I need to find the button on airdrops. I think I could just make the airdrop button Z. Because airdrop shit never has afterburners, right? So. Does Su-24 become... Oh no, it's just where the prices have been standardized, isn't it, across the plane ammunition.
I'm gonna try to set up a new lobby.
Oh, it's cheap again? Oh, that's a smoke grab.
Maybe there's still interest.
Okay, doc, I'm off. Thanks for the games. GG, guys.
Thank you, see ya.
See ya. Alrighty. Well, I'll probably jump on for more games in the afternoons.
Yeah, always welcome. I mean, enough people will ping here often. Sergey, which is the
Yeah, it's just most people play between like 5 and 8, which is like exactly the time that I take off, like to have dinner and chill out.
Yeah, that's unlucky. I can try to make a low BGM.
I'm gonna jump off. I think
All good.
it's winding down, isn't it? See you later.
See you all.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for today, guys. If you want the full list of stuff, or near to the full list of stuff that has been mentioned today on the stream, Kova has done a good job of sort of summarizing a lot of the points of the PTE on my Discord, on the Broken Arrow discussion channel. I'm planning to do a video talking about it at some point. So look out for that. It'll probably be sometime this week. I can't say exactly when, but yeah, I'll probably try and pull together some footage from the stream and stuff and talk about it. Or I'll play some off stream and record some stuff as well. Yeah, something like that. Either way, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the look at the PTE. What we'll be doing is tomorrow, I'm actually feeling like we'll do normal Broken Arrow on the stream. And then Thursday will be more Broken Arrow. Friday's got a new game that I'm going to be playing. Saturday's going to be more Broken Arrow. And then Sunday... Orno, of course. Sorry. Ooh, excuse me. I'm getting tired. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. It's been fun. I'm glad that I at least managed to have one good game today. It's like playing this after playing normal, like live build, is so different. It feels different to play. I don't know if it looks different to play, but it certainly feels different to play. I'm not 100% convinced about a lot of the changes, but I'm sure like when it goes live, or like this isn't going to go live onto the main build, right? It's going to go live and other people can try it out on a beta branch, and then they'll probably do some sort of surveys for what they want, what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep. Excuse me. And then yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, there is definitely stuff that I think is like there's a lot going on all at once, and it's going to be difficult to quantify what the problems are because there's so much going on at once. But we'll see. What the best aspects are implementing, the worst are probably the ones that drop. I think any of like the new feature things are good, like APCs having the ability to drop or have supply. I think it's a nice change. I think that it needs to be balanced, right? But it's a good thing generally. I think after burning fuel, right, costing less, it's just a good change. I think generally increasing the price of artillery is a good change, right? There is a lot of changes that are good, like units being panicked if their transport is panicked, right? Another good change. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff like that. That's in the PTE, but then there's also stuff like helicopter aim times being reduced, and I feel like it's really kind of toxic. So, yeah. It is cheaper now. And the 57 Barbarous is also 50 points cheaper. So there's that. It's funny, when they made the change, when they took the barb out of the infantry tab and put it into the vehicle tab, I said at the time that reducing the availability was enough of a nerf to the Barbarous, and that like making it so expensive kind of was a double cuck. So I'm glad they kind of rolled it back a little bit. Although I don't know if like reducing it by the 450 was a good idea or not, but either way. Booker balance and PTE. I haven't really seen anyone use the Booker in the few games we were playing, but most people were playing Baltic something. But the Booker's still basically the same. I think it's actually better now because it aims faster again. $325 is a good middle ground for it. Possibly, yeah. I was thinking like 310, 320, something like that, but yeah, all name time has been increased, so like tanks are generally better, right? Which actually makes the Booker worse, because tanks are the counter to the Booker. In theory, right? Like T-72s are going to get so much value against Bookers because they can aim so much faster now. But whilst it looks like the Booker's technically buffed, everything else that counters it is buffed. So it's not like that bad. What about infantry price changes? Do they affect anything? I think infantry at the moment is like really strong. As I was saying before, because both aircraft and artillery are less frequent or like less available, like infantry has less to counter it. Because usually if you saw a big blob of infantry, you'd bomb it or you'd hit it with artillery, right? That's the two main things. Because tanks don't kill them fast enough, and neither does other infantry, right? Maybe rocket helicopters, maybe a choice, but it was usually artillery or aircraft. But now that aircraft and artillery are less prevalent, there's not as much to counter infantry, so infantry can just keep walking forwards and not really be countered by much. Is there a change log? Can you read for the PTE? I have like a list on my Discord that's relatively accurate. I think there's one on the Reddit, but I think that one's not as accurate. If you click underneath the stream, there's a link to my Discord, and in the Broken Arrow discussion, Covert has put a list of the things I talked about today in regards to the PTE. So yeah. Yeah, I guess nuke. Nuke is actually a good point. But I don't know how, again, nukes are going to get spotted quicker because AA optics is better now. So it's going to be easier to counter nukes. So even nukes can't help you with the infantry problem as much as they used to. Right? I think nukes are going to be a lot harder to use unless you really sync them up with like seed, like hardcore seed. My favorite change? I don't know. I need to see the list. What would be my favorite change? I kind of like the reduced aim time on tank guns in general. I think that's like a really good feeling change. Not sure how I feel about anti-air. The thing is with this update is I wouldn't say I'm hyped, right? I'm not hyped about the PTE. If the PTE was going to come onto live tomorrow, I would be more worried than hyped. It's a lot, and they need to figure out the weeds in the trees, you know? There's a lot of promising stuff that's very cool. As I was saying, like before, all of the new features they're adding, like APCs having some little bit of supply in them, is really nice. I like that a lot. But yeah, there's changes there, like AA, where they can't shoot at stuff at low range very far anymore, that I feel like is a bit meh. I think low altitude radar AA needs to be longer. Because at the moment, like in this build, it's only 1 times. So your low altitude range is 2,500. It doesn't get scaled when the radar turns on. Yeah, exactly. High drag bombing runs would be really good. It was, I think it's 1.25 on live. Or is it 1.5? I can't remember. Yeah, anyway, I'm getting really tired. I'm gonna call it that. Thank you very much, guys, for coming along. It's been an interesting stream for sure. Yeah, you're gonna have to have like AA really close to your front line. Thank you, LD, for the biddy. Two biddies. Avex, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Valus, thanks for the gifted sub. Ali Bally, thanks for the 13-month tier 1. And welcome to the new follows. If you are new to stream, do make sure to follow. If you're new on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you to the patrons, thanks to the mods, thanks to YouTube members. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow at 8 PM. I think it's 8 PM I said. Yeah, 8 PM tomorrow for Broken Arrow. That'll be on the live build. I don't think I'm going to do more PTE on the stream for now. We might do more PTE on the stream when it goes public. But I will be checking it out again before then, maybe on the Slytherin stream. So look out for that. But otherwise, yeah. Look out for a video, which will be talking about the changes. And maybe I'll do some more like videos from the PTE. It's gonna get really confusing though. If I'm releasing content that is like gameplay from the base game and then gameplay from the PTE, it's gonna get really confusing. So I'm gonna probably focus the content more on what's live now, because a lot of the stuff on the PTE will probably change. There's a lot of stuff that is subject to change for sure. So just bear that in mind. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the stream, and I will see you all tomorrow, 8 PM. See you then. Have a good night, guys. Catch you later.